Damn.
So your usual racist opening remark is lost. But it's good because at least you're always put down and stopped by the mad cartographer who fights endlessly against injustice and racism.
I won't say
It's
endlessly.
just me all over, basically.
The only time he stops fighting it is to draw maps.
Yeah, I mean, but being relentless, and hardworking. It's classic white man, isn't it?
Oh my
Oh, wait, no!
goodness. That's really uncool. Hello, all of you. I'm being viewed by that Let's Do This host raffle who was viewing your channel for ages, and I thought it was gonna be a bot. Back when you were a big streamer.
Back when?
Back when.
When I got all those affiliated people and I got all those Prime memberships, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. Thanks for you. £1.
So, who wants to remind me what happened last time?
Well, Alex just literally turned around to me and was like, who did we last fight? I was like, Rahadin. We nearly died. In fact, I did die.
How the tables turn. You tell him, Linz. You tell him.
I know. God, it's like he doesn't, commit to this or something.
I know. He's too busy dealing with everybody else's campaigns in Foundry VTT Discord.
Oh, I know.
I've never seen
the Foundry VTT Discord and speak to Monkey.
I've never seen somebody whore themselves out on a channel as much as I see you in every single subserver.
In fairness, it's the only way you ever get to speak to anyone else that isn't me, so,
Well, I was going to say, do you have to log into the Discord and, send me messages to speak to him?
What's for tea? What's for tea?
What's for tea is whatever I make for tea, mate.
Excuse me, Cora, can you please send this to hashtag OOC chat, please?
God, no. He's not that bloody Gen Kitty.
Ugh.
Can't stand it. Anyway.
I will say nothing regarding any people in public.
It's ended.
That's because you're very, very polite and you have a vested interest in that server.
Not necessarily the mods, though. But I'll not say anything about any mods in particular.
But if you were going to... We know you're a dog person anyway. So yes, Rahadin escaped with a mighty 2 HP. 2 HP. And what did...
Why would you start the session like that?
And what did the fireball do, Monkey? 2.5 below average damage, was it? Ooh. Bloody hell. So we picked up... Remember, Caspin is dead.
Oh, yeah, dead, hey?
Dead. Throat opened. And Bartandalis was making a desperate entreaty to, surprisingly, Tenebris. And that's where I think we will call it for tonight. See you all next week.
Does that give me a long rest if we call up tonight?
No.
Please, I need one.
You don't even know. You don't even know how bad in a state I'm in.
You should be loading on to
Selenka
Pass 1.
How many hit points have you got, Linz?
Currently 8, which is good.
That's pretty good. I've got 10. Although that is a quarter of my hit points. Which is bad.
You guys done. I've got 60.
This guy. Yeah, you got us covered.
Well, where the hell were you then, Halvor?
Fighting Rahadin most of the time. Stopping him killing you. You're welcome.
I don't know. Seems like you just pushed him
Did
over
you?
a bridge and then he just absolutely battered us by going up and underside the bridge.
That's what I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Does the map say it's loading for any of you?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Just black string.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pull it out of it.
For me, it says 50.
Cool. Okay.
I've not even got a bar. I've just got a black.
You're always last with it.
It's a length past
Until
one.
you get your
I
Virgin
ain't got it
Media
either.
upgraded.
Oh, they didn't even ring me back, man. Yeah, I know.
It didn't even call you back!
I rang
That's
them.
poor.
They offered me 38 quid for just the broadband without the TV and phone. I was like, okay, that sounds good. Let me mention it to the missus. I mean, it's still more expensive than you are, but that just is the way it is.
Yeah.
And let me speak to my missus, and then I'll call back and sort it out. I was like, yeah, no problem. So I rang back. I tried ringing back that night, but trying to ring in the evening. What's the point?
Yeah.
And then, so I rang back the next day, got through to somebody else, some guy called Jamie, and he's like, nah, you've not been, that's not a right price. I'm like, well, it is. Says, I was talking about this for a long time. He's like, right, well, I'll have to have a look into it. Says, because I don't know how experienced this operator is that's giving you this prices, because I don't know where you've got this kind of price from. I was like, okay. It's like, give me an hour and I'll give him a call back, and then just never call back.
He's about to go for his lunch.
Yeah.
And he knows that tactic.
Fleeting with the irony there. Everyone knows about the 5 to 6 Wednesday job login. It's like Emma's 5 to 2 dash.
Hey, boss sanctioned, boss sanctioned.
Okay, everyone is on the map, it would seem. So,
Loaded.
Caspin, the boy Baron, dead.
Oh, been demoted. He was a prince last session.
Yeah, and then you immediately correct me. Actually, DM.
I didn't correct you. I said, oh, it's a different person.
Such a god. So, I'm going to try Tenebrous with his old voice, but spoken a bit louder. If it does cut out again or crackle, let me know, and I'll just turn him into, I don't know, bloody Tetris blocks or a robot. So what was it you had asked? What specifically had you asked him?
Well, I don't know. I asked you, didn't I, at the time? You've not wrote it down, that big important question.
I have, but I wanted to hear you say it in character.
I mean, Tenebrous, I might be paraphrasing some. Help me bring the boy back. Let me make a deal with you so that he doesn't have to make any other deals with his own dark powers.
Computer says no.
Does this sound any clearer than usual?
It's now.
Really? What a shit voice! How about this one?
Crackly. What? Yeah.
You don't know the power of the dark powers. And how about this one?
That seems to work.
Excellent. It isn't as quite as nice as I wanted it to originally. To make a deal, it's very complicated. I would be directly acting against his own benefactor.
I failed to see the harm in that. Surely you're not all allies and accomplices in this. Surely you're all self-serving.
Oh, indeed. For the most part. But still, it will complicate matters. But I told you I will help you, and so I shall. What do you offer in return?
What do you need?
Just a promise will do. That you'll help me.
Help you what?
You know, of course, about my former protege, Ixaphanta.
heard the name, but I did not know the two of you were linked.
I'd like you to retrieve something of his for me. When you make it to the temple,
Go on.
his phylactery.
Do I presume I know what a phylactery is, having dealt with undead and stuff?
Good point.
Good point. Make me a check, actually, because liches are not milling around, are they?
No.
I would say make me an Arcana check. Make it with advantage for the...
Religion is normally undead, I think. No, it could be Arcana.
Yeah, I mean, it's specifically wizards, isn't it, who've plumbed the depths. Yeah, make me Arcana with advantage. Given that you have knocked around those sorts of people and those sorts of books. You are not familiar with what a phylactery is.
Fair enough. Makes sense. I don't...
And even before, as you start to mull over the words, before you even respond, there's
It's what gives him his eternal unlife.
What does it look like?
Hard to say. He made it himself. When you see it, I'll know, and I'll be able to tell you. Your mind is like Quicksilver. But I will know if you intend to not honor this. Do we have an agreement? He's almost cold.
You bring the boy back, and all I have to do is bring you Extanter's phylactery.
Precisely. I am not a djinn. There is no trick in the wording here. A simple exchange. Resurrection now, without flaw or curse or impediment, and you bring me the phylactery.
All right. I can do that.
Good.
Cora, you just see suddenly, as you're knelt down by Caspan's side, it's obviously what Bartandalus has been in his head. Let me just quickly...
I'm going to put my hands on Caspian so that anything happening, it might at least look like I'm doing it.
Cool, okay. It may just suddenly be reloading Foundry.
His head suddenly implodes. Barty, what did you do?
Oops, went the wrong way.
So... Yes, he is... The open wounds in his throat suddenly basically snap back shut and just a rattle as he doesn't sit upright, but he just basically convulses on the floor slightly and just bursts into shallow breaths. How recently did he die? He's been dead for a few minutes. I'm gonna make him.
While, yeah.
I'm gonna make him do a con save.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was beyond me being able to resurrect him. So.
Yeah.
Well, revivify.
No, it's a good roll. Yeah, so he lies on his side, just wrecked and in shock. But in terms of wounds, he appears to be completely devoid of wounds.
I can't open my character sheet or anything at the moment.
You must wait.
And I'll kind of sit him up, kind of like... I'm kind of like kneeling down, I'll kind of like cradle him onto my you know, like, his head in my chest. I'm like, you're all right. You're all right. I've got you.
And he's attempting to fight off, basically being racked with sobs.
And I think I've tried it before, and it was more for fluff than anything else. I will, as a cantrip, cast guidance. So like, just trying to, like wisdom savey ability throw, like just trying to calm him down.
Okay.
It's me. It's me. Calm down. I've got you. I've got you. They're all gone. We got them all.
He
What time are we on?
can't take his hand. It's dark. He can't take his hands off his neck, his throat. He's just he's in shock. In terms of time, Cora, you would be.
We'd know exactly because we've had our light spell running.
Was it persistent through combat?
Yeah, he's on his shield. That's the only reason I could see in combat.
It would
Poor
be
DM. Yeah,
around.
DM has to now track it exactly all the time.
No. It would be from when you woke up and what you've been doing. It would be. You would feel it is late afternoon. With that camping you've had, yes. From the time you woke up, which obviously the light spell will be going off presumably when someone's sleeping or need renewing, you have lit about. Since you first woke up, you've lit about 8 light spells. Presuming you were up at 8 in the morning.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we should find somewhere safe to settle down pretty soon. I don't think I can take much more of this today.
I mean, we don't know if we're going to find any place safe up ahead. We could stay here for an hour or so to catch our breath and then move on. What do you think?
We're still not that far away from where we saw the werewolf, right?
No.
Oh no, you're like
It's
couple
literally just
hundred feet.
Like, we need to move further from here. If Ludmilla Anastasia comes to see Emil at any point, we can't fight her. And if Rahadin...
Yeah, he did say that he was due a visit.
Plus Rahadin's going to be heading straight back there. They're all going to know we're here, going to know we're weak. If their intent is to now start trying to kill us, unfortunately, as much as I don't want to say it, I think we need to keep moving. Maybe take an hour to rest some, but then keep going.
Agreed. We've got some shelter here on the bridge, or in the gatehouse at least. We could spend an hour and then keep moving. Oh my god, get indoors. The rock is still about.
I'm kind of like holding Caspin, like, come on, let's get inside.
I could always conjure us up something to help us get there a little bit quicker. Find somewhere to stay.
I don't know. The weather's looking pretty rough now.
Yeah, I don't think anything flying would do it, but maybe some horses or bears. The bears.
Bears might work. Big enough to let us all move.
Quick, Cora, before any more snow falls, let me help you try and recover as many arrows as possible.
What a good idea. Thanks,
Why
Halvor.
is that snowstorm suddenly started affecting FPS? That's never happened before. FX Master, obviously hearing me bitch about the lack of new weather effects, has now added snowstorm in addition to snow, and it is very nice.
Does the snowstorm look good? Because it was always like really tiny, flaky.
Nah, I like it.
Alright, well, I might as well just not bother making any more animated snow maps then. Oh, but that's not core though, is it? Oh, it's snow that just falls straight down. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah. I'll stick with my animated ones then for now.
Must you?
How many arrows can I find, DM?
I don't think you missed any shots at all, did you?
Nope.
Yeah, but are any of the bodies still around? How many are like down, like fallen overboard? Are they all like dead on the?
Yeah, several. Yeah, 2 of them did fall over. How many arrows are you on?
10.
Out of a total of.
800, I think
I
she's got
had
the pack.
40 when I started. I don't think I recovered them properly last time.
You can get back to 20.
Was that 40? Is that 20 in your quiver? Have you not got like additional ones in your backpack, or is that 40 in total that you've been using?
I had 40 in total out before.
Yowza.
So yeah, you can find
Yeah,
enough
she
arrows to get back up to
started
20.
the journey,
Yeah.
but I think she probably only started this fight with maybe a little over 20. But yeah, arrows, hot commodity.
I say, Corey, you're all right with a blade, right?
Yeah, I can get by.
Maybe try and ration out your arrows a little more.
Good plan.
At least if the enemies are going to get close anyway.
I do like to try and stay back.
And so it was.
To keep my animals.
True. Now let's huddle together for warmth.
That's what she said.
We will move in here then. We can
So
all
we're just
fit
gonna
in
stay
this
here?
room.
If you're huddling, sure.
We're all huddling. Apart from Eric, he can stay outside.
Yeah, he doesn't have much body heat. I wouldn't mess.
Eric, do you want to keep watch to the south? Make sure nothing happens over near the tower. No unexpected visitors.
He nods and then goes out and basically kneels down, pretty much conceals himself almost entirely within a snowbank. Just facing out towards the
Cool.
tower.
Well, that's quite cool.
So everyone's taking an hour for a short rest, are they?
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah. All apply a short rest.
Should we all eat some rations while we're restings?
Oh, Cora there with the big 3.
Oh, just got 6. I got a 6 on me D6. Come on, boy. We're getting there.
Oh, she got a 3 and then a 4.
I am not doing well.
Hey, you're
She
almost
rolled
full
another
HP.
1.
Boom. Okay, and I've still got 3 D8s left. Boosh.
She just used all 10 hit dice and still isn't at full.
Not great.
That's what you get for having too much too high a hit point threshold. Not like me. I managed to get to full hit points.
Yes, it's true. You are truly the victor in this situation.
So you rest up for an hour. As it's coming to the end of it, I won't do perception checks, but you all start to feel a slight tremor, and you hear a sound that sounds loud but quite far away. It sort of builds up.
Just an FYI, DM. I'm recovering. Oh, double check. I'm going to recover 2 first level spells with Arcane Recovery.
Why do I get some nasty feeling that that's an avalanche up ahead that's going to block our way?
Because you saw the journal entry.
Is that right?
Is there an avalanche?
You heard a noise that you sound like a prolonged slushy crashing sound.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Very well then. As you said about Andalus, we should keep moving.
Are we all removing a ration from, I think? Oh, did we remove them at the beginning of the day?
Well, if you did, you're having another one now, aren't you? Presumably, so that'd be another one
Well,
being removed.
well, no. Yeah, well, we don't need to remove more than one. We only need to have one ration a day, so I don't want to use them if we already used them. I just can't remember.
You
Should we
did
make
at the start. You did at the start of the day, and I totted them down.
Cool. Okay. So we're eating. So I figure the ones that we're having during the day, we're eating it throughout the day, unless we're just feeding.
Okay.
faithfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't adventure on an empty stomach. You've got to have one in the morning.
Yeah, man. Most important meal of the adventuring day. I recast light on Halvor on his shield.
Okay. So are we setting off again?
Yeah, as far as we can, I guess.
Oh, I've caught Bartandalus there, sorry. There we go.
Stop making me go in front!
Getting behind Halvor. So yeah, heading out the other side of the gatehouse. You see more of the same, really. Drop down to your right, sharp rise up to your left, and the path begins to quite steeply bank up to the right and head just further up a heavily snowed pass. What will your marching order be as you continue?
I would like to go at the front. I'd like to go just beyond Halvor's light so that they can still see me, but I'm kind of leading the way with my dark vision a bit so we can see something before
Okay.
that close.
I will hold up the rear with Eric
And you
and
will.
put Caspian, and Esmeralda in between us.
Okay. Cora, make me a survival check, please. Okay. You progress on for about 2 hours. You follow winding, sort of narrow, rocky paths further up. Oh, I've had a new follower. Further up, and eventually you come to a place where the black sort of rock path that had been jutting out of the cliff faces either side just vanishes, and there is just a complete wash of very pure white undisturbed snow that blankets what looks to be like the next 300 foot of path. From the bare rock faces up to your left, and the sudden lack of any trees whatsoever compared to further down the path and further behind you, it would seem that perhaps an avalanche has fallen down this area of path and just wiped everything out recently.
Is it pretty obvious from the terrain where the path would have been, or is it?
Oh yeah, because you've got cliff face up to the left and avalanche or not. You know, you can see the snow. The snow very abruptly ends where the cliff begins. So yeah, it is. You're not likely to accidentally walk off the cliff walking over this.
And does it look easily surmountable?
It's about 10 foot high. You could get on top of it, or you could just be pushing your way through. Whatever works best.
10 foot of snow?
Halvor could do it. Oh no, Halvor could have done it a week ago.
Oh,
Or, you know,
sucks to be Halvor.
fire spells.
Well, as I'm only 5 foot tall, I'm a bit intimidated by the idea of walking through this 10 foot of snow that could collapse on me at any time. So I'm going to look around to the guys and say, we go over, right?
Wait, Cora's 5 foot?
5'2", I think she is.
Okay.
I think that's for the best. I don't think wasting time trying to push and dig our way through is going to be in our interest.
Makes
And
sense.
the air is very still and heavy as well. Very little bird sound. The wind's even died down a bit. Sorry, Barthandelus.
No, I was just saying makes sense.
How does the up mountain area look? Is there still snow that's looking a bit dodge, or?
Make me a perception check. You can see here that it doesn't look to be any amount of snow that is likely to create a new avalanche. It is mostly bare rock as high up as you can see. This is, to the extent that your dark vision extends. It does eventually reach a point where it's just swallowed up into night. But yeah, you can see mostly bare rock. It would not seem that a follow-up avalanche is imminent here.
Okay. Well, being one of the lighter ones here, shall I climb up and see how we get on?
I give her a boost.
Oh, I've not had a boost in ages.
Love
How
a boost.
how packed is the snow?
Well, as Cora gets up on top of it, she is able to remain on it. She doesn't sink back down through it all immediately. It is
But I can also
it's been there a
difficult
time,
terrains.
and there's obviously perhaps began to refreeze a bit. She is able to walk on it.
So how
Seems. Sorry.
how deep did you say it looks like it might be?
About
From
10
where-
foot.
About 10 foot. Okay. Is it
Seems pretty stable, guys. You coming up?
is it worth tying us all to each other in a line? Like if one of us goes down, then falling 10 foot plus, and getting piled on snow, that ain't easy to dig someone out of.
At the same time, if Halvor goes, we're all gone.
I mean, I think we can all hold Halvor collectively.
Okay, Halvor, you're in the middle.
Okay.
Cool. Then we'll start.
I'm going to get out the rope that I have then, and I will chuck it down to the guys having tied one end around my waist.
Yeah, do a few loops, a few easy loops. Like a little loop and a quick tie, then pass it to the next person.
Okay, so total, how much rope are you using for this?
How many people have we got in our party? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And it's 50-foot row. So that'd give us. I mean, yeah, if we did like 5 feet between, 5 feet between us, maybe. So then we've like just got a space in between each person. We could do that one length of rope.
Okay.
What do you think, Hava?
Sounds good to me.
I don't think there's any reason that we all need to be any more spread out than that. So we will keep 5 foot distance from each other.
Very good. So, Cora, being at the front, make me a survival check as you're keeping an eye out for any dodgy looking patches of snow and trying to traverse your way over it steadily.
I think I need to do dice today. These ones are fixed.
Yeah. You manage to get most of the way over. It's about a 300-foot stretch. It takes you a little while going cautiously, testing your footing. As you're getting quite close to the end, you perhaps get a bit excited or keen to jump down, and Halvor, Cora in front of you, you just see her step forward and then into the snow and basically disappear go to disappear like she stood in water. Can you make me an athletics check, Halvor?
to rescue the tiny little half-elf girl?
Just to see if the weight of trying to stop you pulls him down with you. Now,
Would it not be with advantage because she has to pull like 6 people? If we're all connected.
No,
to
stop pulling the next person forward a little bit, because presumably we'd be slack at first between each of you until it starts getting pulled. You're not all walking along taut, are you? But
It's
seeing
like a big tug of war.
seeing her begin to sink in, you sort of have a second's notice, but it's happening, and you adjust your feet and manage to just grab the rope and kind of wrap one around your wrist, so the pull is on your wrist originally, not dragging you forward, and you manage to stop it. And she's about 2 foot down in this snow, but you're able to help her drag herself back up onto a more solid patch of snow. A close miss.
Better keep an eye out. I guess it's not that stable after all. How far ahead does this look like it extends?
I mean, you've gone most of the way by this point. There's about 30 foot left. Until with a sudden drop off that you see the path extending uphill again past that.
You gonna help me out, Halvor?
Let's assume that I have already pulled you out. I pull her out.
Push her
down.
further. Put my foot on her head.
piling snow in on the hole.
I aim to continue on, but I'm like holding on to the rope and bracing myself in case it happens again.
Which hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah, there's a noticeable hole that people have to step around, which maybe causes a bit of nerved awkwardness with the amount of rope as people sort of just like have to weave around this hole. But yeah, Cora, you come to the end of the avalanche flow and are able to drop back down onto another stretch of path.
I leap with grace down onto the path. Bit
More
of a superhero landing.
She leaps and then gets strung because there's only 5 foot of rope between her and
Oh yeah!
We all just suddenly start lurching forward because she jumped off.
No, I'm just dangling. Halvor, like, I'm only 90 pounds for Halvor. That's like a twig.
Once upon a time.
Oh, true.
Now he is not so strong.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were having a go at Lindsay about 90 pounds. Once upon a time, pre-COVID.
I have never been 90 pounds, Jesus Christ.
So yes, you all managed to clamber down, and should we continue on your way?
Do you want to? Probably best that we don't stay roped together at the moment, right? I think unless the conditions get worse, we should probably have freedom of movement should we need it.
True, and hopefully, the avalanche is going to help slow whoever is behind us as well, so it's only ahead of us we need to worry about.
I don't imagine anything here is going to cause Rahadin and everyone else any problems. Just us.
I mean, bears, wolves, any other creatures around.
Hey, can you remember that time we used to fight wolves all the time?
Yeah, they were happy days.
Happy days. Okay, so we'll start unfasten ourselves. Is the road? Yes.
Predictable.
Is the road what? Sorry.
How wide is the road? About 10 wolf lengths.
About 40 foot.
Okay, so
From
we're not going to
from
fall
the
off the edge,
wall up to the... No. You're not... I will give you plenty of warning if we ever end up at a ridiculous back to the wall shimmying across a ledge sort of
Get to
scenario.
the point where, realistically, it looks like we would probably rope ourselves together.
Yeah, if Brendan Fraser would be making panicked quips,
Yeah,
then yeah,
sure.
I'll tell you.
I seem to have come across some big words written across the mountainside. It says Selenka Pass.
So we're in the right place.
Good Don't know.
It's just written in yellow snow. Someone's pissed it out and carved it.
Don't eat that, Halvor.
1 second, Thomas is coming down. What's up, mate?
Oh, God.
It's time to sleep now anyway.
Well, hands loose. Remove your concentrating icon. It's bugging me.
It's time to turn off.
But I'm concentrating
You're not.
on your sweet, sweet buns as you walk in front of me.
Oh, Jesus.
Good grief, you try and set everything up so you don't need to be disturbed. You give them a whole little setup and they're still just, oh, my video won't load on my iPad. Then go to sleep.
There you go. Different eyes staring at Halvor's sweet, sweet buns.
Different what?
Halvor said that my
He
concentration.
has the charmed condition because he's staring at my ass.
Blinded. So, yes, you continue back up the path. I must hydrate. Thank you, Mr. Deck. Cora, make me another survival check, please. If you are still leading the way.
I'm always leading the way in every way. Yes, better.
Finally, a decent roll. You continue up the path for about another hour. It is somehow getting colder now, and the snow is noticeably getting thicker. And the snowfall is getting
Is that
heavier.
just 'cause we're
Rather.
getting higher, presumably?
I don't know, are you a meteorologist?
Well, by the fact that it doesn't change with any sunlight, I'm guessing that's the reason.
Yeah. There is. Yeah. There's no day's sun to be waning and cooling down or anything like that. You do actually begin to hear in the distance up the path ahead of you, Cora, and then a few moments later, everybody else. The howl of wolves.
Does it sound like they are in great number?
It does sound like they are in great number.
Okay.
But you're not worried, right, Bertie?
No, I'm like 2 people behind you and Halvor. I'm fine. Actually, no, I was at the back when originally.
You said you were bringing up the rear.
Bringing up the race. So,
Cora and Halvor take the dodge action.
I'll say that. Yeah, I'll let. Oh, do you know what? No, I'm not going to go all the way at the back. I'll let my man that can see be at the back. I'm one in front of him. Eric. Although we're all going to be huddled together now anyway because we're not on the ropes. So. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Do we look like we're coming across anywhere that might be a suitable shelter spot?
You tell me. Is as you slightly round a bit of path to a particularly snowy area sandwiched between cliffs above and below, you witness the snarl of imminently close wolves up ahead, and a few sort of amber eyes on the path that, from the eyes that you can see, Cora, they're not all like been facing down the road towards you. It seems that wolves have just been sort of hanging out here and interacting with each other, but one of them turns towards the shimmer of light off Halvor's shield, and over the next few seconds, slowly heads turn in your direction.
So I'm going to say this is probably not a good place to stop.
I can't seem to turn my light off, DM.
Exactly. No, I should be able to kill it for you. There you go.
This map was brought to you by Venetus Maps.
What's the matter? Why have you stopped?
Can you not see his eyes?
You would definitely be able to be hearing them by this point, Halvor.
Oh, I can hear wolves.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take the lead?
Do we just try and get through here as quickly as we can? Seems like we're outnumbered.
Well, there's only one way to go forwards, so let's do it.
I'm going to
Let's
kind
go,
of
guys.
start walking along, kind of like
Oh, up a cliff.
crawling up the cliff a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit.
you can.
I can. I'm spider climbing.
And
Hello?
Cora, by this point, the
Ah,
wolves
look.
see you, and the snarls turn into outright
Oh.
barks. And as they
Quite a lot of them.
begin to howl, everyone make a perception check.
Are they normal sized?
They are.
Yes! 20!
Cora, you do hear a slight from above as they all begin to at the crescendo of their howling. But let's also please have you. Oh, Alexa, thought I was talking to her. Please have you all roll initiative as the wolves begin to move towards Cora.
Always towards Cora.
So people, do you want to say that the NPCs will be moving up with you, keeping pace, or do you want them 80 foot back?
Yeah, they're moving up with me. They're all trying to climb and scrambling up the walls.
I'd say they were within, like 15, 20 feet at most. Not like that far back.
I mean, Ez could be closer because she's melee. Whereas
I presume you want someone with Caspin, or do you want her to have moved
leave,
up?
and we'll leave Henry with him.
Henry?
Henrik. I can't remember if it's Henrik or Henrik. Oh, I was like Henry. And I can't see his token, so I couldn't cover him.
Oh yeah, of course. Ez comes moving up, draws her weapons, and will reach out and cast Firebolt at the first wolf in front of her. She will call out, "Let's try and make this quick! Quick, quick, quick!"
She's bold, isn't she?
Oof. Well, as her firebolt hits the first wolf and just blows it onto its back. Oh, hold on. Where is that wolf?
Been blown onto his back.
Oh, some of the tokens. A token was stacked on top of the other one. That's weird.
Oh, there's
Yes.
more.
Basically, yeah, in a couple of instances. The one she killed seemed to be underneath. So yeah, she just kills one of the wolves with a single gout of flame that comes shooting out and heads over, and it flies back with a yelp. Wolves begin to come running in though. This first one is going to leap and attack Cora.
God.
Do they have multi-attack?
It's a nat 20.
Jesus.
They do not have multi-attack. Cora, can you please make a DC 11 strength... Sorry, no, Harrison yelled as it blasted the wolf. Can you please make me a DC 11 strength saving throw? Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done
Is it a
like
saving
that.
throw or an opposed?
It is a saving throw.
It's a saving throw. Okay, cool.
I don't know why it didn't do the double dice on that. Oh, it just did that. Let me do it this way. Whatever this rolls, I'm going to up you by 7. That's better. So I'm going to increase your health by 7. Oh, it hasn't done the damage to you. Oh, it has
DM,
now. Yes.
do these wolves look like regular wolves, or do they look like the kind that we've seen as werewolf folk?
Make me a perception check. Yeah, Cora, you manage. It tries to drag you down to the floor. These don't seem to have the intelligence of Glimmer in the eyes of the ones that you have seen as werewolves in the past.
Okay.
They seem to just be animalistic. Cora, you... Yeah, he knows each of these wolves by smell. You avoid being dragged down to the floor, Cora, but it desperately tries to harry you down.
Oh no. Oh, come on, guys.
Another one closes over, and with its friend trying to drag you down to the floor, it jumps up and tries to get your other arm. And they work together with the skill of trained pack hunters.
Mmm.
Make me another DC 11 strength saving throw, Cora.
Nice.
Cora goes down to the floor and is prone.
It's okay, Corey. You back up.
Yeah, it's your turn, Cora.
I don't think I've been prone before. What does that mean in terms of what
Your
I'm allowed
speed
to do?
is 0. You can use half of it to get back up.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it doesn't really affect what I'm going to do.
No, you can shoot from the floor weirdly. Melee attacks against you have advantage. Range attacks against you have disadvantage.
Straight
And
down.
actually,
Cora,
do
we've got those.
you have disadvantage making range attacks on the floor?
No.
Well, I think I'm being attacked by 2 wolves right now. I'm probably not going to go for the range. Probably going to go for the ones that are currently trying to kill me. So it's not that much of a problem. I guess I'm going to put a hunter's mark on this dude then, which is the one that was immediately next to me rather than diagonal. Have I got any hunter's marks left, actually?
You didn't in last session. Oh, actually, yes. Oh, we just done a short rest, and that would have replenished any of them. Yeah, sorry, speed is halved, not 0 when prone, I meant to say.
Do you get Horde Breaker with melee attacks, or is it just with your bow?
I think it's all the time.
Yes.
It is.
So hunter's marked that dude, and I'm going to get Norris, who is going to be having just been pulled off my shoulder. Does it matter whether I shoot or stab him in terms of the Horde Breaker?
Nope.
Or in terms of my attacks?
It does slightly less damage, but other than that, you're just as good at it.
Are you getting up, Cora? Sorry, because
In that case,
you
I'm
do
gonna
have
stab him.
disadvantage on attack rolls when you are prone as well. So you do need to get up.
Is
to
it
attack.
an action to get up?
No, it's just half your movement.
Okay, yeah, I'll get up then. Then I'm going to attack the dude that's right in front of me with a sword or something. At least find out what I've got. I have never used anything that's
I
not
think
my
you
arrows.
have You have. I think you use a silver short sword.
I have a silver sword, yeah.
You
cool.
do.
Cool, so that's my first attack, but I forgot to do advantage even though I'd said about Norris, so I'm going to do advantage in the next one.
Sure, but
Okay.
roll damage on this one first.
Or don't.
yeah,
That's
sorry,
also
right.
cool.
I rolled a 4 and assumed I didn't hit him. I did.
Halvor, you're up next. Be thinking about what you're going to do. I'm saying for Barthanelis soon.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how you kill it, Cora.
Oh, is he dead? Yes! Screw you, wolf! So because I was on the floor before, as I'm sort of standing up, I sort of stand and I slash up his neck and into the bottom underneath his jaw into the nice soft fleshy bit underneath there, and then draw the sword out and he just flops to the floor.
Nice.
And she licks
So-
her blade clean.
Yeah, she does. So then obviously I'm going to turn to the one who's also trying to kill me. I didn't do adventure on the last one, so can I do adventure on this one instead?
Mm-hmm.
And I can move my hunter's mark because I've not used a bonus action, right?
It was a bonus action to cast it, so you can't move it yet.
Okay, so no hunter's mark on him then.
Does it just stay on a dead target hunter's mark until you move it? It doesn't like disappear or anything.
It just says on a subsequent turn you can use a bonus action to move it to someone else.
Okay.
That was a good use of advantage there. I got a 2 or a 20. Or like 16 or something.
The way your macros work with Hunter's Mark, is there any harm in me deleting this wolf who still has it on?
No, it's basically impossible to remove apart from deleting him anyway, so...
Fair enough. Okay, so do your damage. There we go, you're doing your damage to that one?
Oh, do I get 1d6 or no? No, because it's not Hunter's Mark. No, okay.
No. So go on, click your damage.
I did.
8 slashing damage.
Why hasn't it applied it to it? Were you still targeting the other wolf?
No.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, let me just change it to
No, I
damage
didn't
manually.
target.
Not according to Foundry, you didn't. So yeah, that one, the
Well,
blade
screw
goes
you,
through.
Foundry.
Yep, the blade goes right down its side, and blood just comes pouring out onto the snow. And even as it hits the floor, you see it almost immediately beginning to freeze over. Anything else from you?
I'm going to use the movement I have to move back a little bit because I don't like being close to things.
Okay, as you go to step away, it will try to snap
Oh
back
shit,
at
I forgot
you.
about attack of opportunity.
And it no longer has an ally near you. It hits. Can you make me a DC 11 strength saving throw? We'll see if you do get away. Yeah, she gets away. And you are still concentrating as well. Excellent. Yeah, so it snaps at your calf as you move away, but yeah, you managed to slip off. That's all from you, yeah?
Yeah.
Halvor, you're up. Bartandalus, you're soon.
I am going to join Ez by stepping forward. And I'm going to try and finish off the wolf that Cora withdrew and slashed as she went.
Deaded.
Nice, just wade forward, a single slice, and it's falling to the ground. I'm not going to move any further forward, I don't think. But I might use a bonus action. How many bonus actions does a man have? Not that many. I will, with a bonus action, grit my teeth and get pumped full of adrenaline.
Do you think you're a faceless man?
Oh, jeez.
Why?
Christ.
You can tell she's been watching it recently.
Hey, look, we're on season 7, having been watching it for 2 weeks. So
Nothing to be proud of. Literally nothing to be proud of.
season 8 is nothing to be proud of. Season 7's been alright.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind season 7.
Wolves come rushing forward. This one jumps at Ez. And hits. Oh, was it prompting you to make the strength saving throw? When you were getting bit by it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, cool. Okay. Slow gin time. Isn't slow gin SLOE? I always thought. Oh, she's correct.
I already collected it.
I don't even know what it means. I just thought it was with an E. Esmeralda.
It's a type of berry.
Oh, is it?
I would like to use my reaction to attack the wolf using Sentinel as it attacked my ally.
Yeah. So it leaps out and bites the top of Ez's leg. And as it does...
Esmeralda, watch out!
Yeah. Gores it.
Cloven skull.
Is almost immediately replaced by another one. Who leaps in. Ez, who's still recovering. Oh, again, hits. And she throws off this attempt at pulling her down. Doesn't even need your help this time because you have no help to give. Bartandalus, it's you. What are you doing?
Okay. I want to kind of like move Oh my god, I just moved forward and saw even more tokens once I'd gone into the light range. Good lord. Okay, I want to kind of like move up a little bit more so that these things can't just jump up. I mean, how staggered are these rocks? Can they climb up them, or is it going to be like difficult for them to kind of get up?
What, the rock face you're on?
Yeah, is it sheer?
No, they're not getting. Yeah, it's very sheer. Remember, it's 100 foot every every 5 foot up. You are on near enough a sheer wall. Yeah, they are not getting up unless they can jump like 30 foot.
Okay, well, I didn't mean to be
Coincidentally,
like,
they can.
I didn't mean to be like 90 feet up off the floor. So
No, you're currently. Because I'm taking you to be above this point of the floor, so I'd take it, but you're currently 15 foot up.
Okay, then I just want to move like a little bit further up the wall to make sure they're not going to like parkour up the wall and bite me off or anything.
They are not getting, unless you are like this low, they are not getting up to you.
Okay, cool. Then
the walls begin to form a complex pyramid.
Yeah, just two at the bottom of the wall, like army soldiers, where they just leap somebody up. I'll kind of like Hulk, because I can cast with no hands. I will Enseanios Benedictus Halvor Yorkesen, and I will cast Bless on Halvor, Esmeralda, and Cora, which will give them a +4 to their attacks and saving throws, which will hopefully help them within this time of need.
Okay. Anything else from you?
No, that is it for me. So I'm using that as my fateful naming. So I'll tick that off, so that doesn't cost me a spell point.
Okay. The wolf pack comes starting to pick up now as more and more are noticing what's going on, and they come rushing in.
Think of all the pelts we could get.
Esmeralda manages to save again. Other walls begin to pull up, racing past, looking to pass Halvor and Esmeralda onto the smaller people behind. And as one just becomes level with Esmeralda and Halvor, its eyes focused on Caspian, Eric, who's been hanging out next to him, just knocks up and points at it and just lets loose. And
Nuts! A warning to you all!
just fires it off. The wolf is actually just rolls with the arrow a little bit and disappears off the edge.
What a waste of a wolf pelt. Oh, is that one? Oh, so that's a ledge going down. Okay.
Yeah, that's a ledge going very down.
Okay.
You're not in a valley at this point.
Yeah.
So Eric will step forward in front of Caspian, and with his other multi-attack, will fire at another one of the wolves. And though that doesn't kill the wolf, that goes deep.
Sir Eric Wolfsbane.
Caspian will
Step back against the wall.
Caspian is going to cast Sanctuary on himself. Oh yeah, to target himself. I always forget you can cast Sanctuary on other people. And now you have no spell slot. You fool! There we go. Let's try it now. He fails his own. Shut up, Caspian. just shut up. Halvor, as you're fending off these wolves, you become aware of another one trying to get around you and attack from behind.
Cheeky.
When he's been casting these spells, has he been using the symbol of Lathander as his holy symbol?
You don't know?
I mean, he has to bear it.
Does Bartandless not know, or do you not know?
It's a conversation for later.
Well, I've been with him when he's been casting spells, though, yeah?
Yeah, but he's always been casting them from kind of the back or from even around corners. I've been very aware of the lines of sight of Caspian's spell casting.
What's he saying verbally? Is there anything to do? Is it
He has
towards
said, he's not been saying anything verbal.
So even for verbal spells, he doesn't have to cast them, say anything verbally? Because that Sanctuary is a verbal spell.
He has not.
Okay.
Let's check something again. Yeah, he has not.
Interesting.
Let's have a look here.
Shit is up to no good.
So where was I up to? Save these questions for your turn. It throws me off. Oh, yeah, he'd hit. That was it. He'd hit, but he hasn't done damage. There we go.
I will have forgotten the question in an hour. My turn again.
Oh, you easily make your sense straven.
Can I ask a quick question? The damage on that says 6. I'm pretty confident it's applied 4 damage to me. What does it say on the damage card?
$2d4 plus 2, and the dice were a 3 and a 1.
Right, so then it says applied 6 and then like brackets 3 or something, right? It seems like it's rounded 6 down to 4.
On me, it's 6 rounded down to 3. Yeah, 103 health minus 3, bracketed from 6, equals 98.
Indeed.
Huh.
How strange.
That is strange. Well, it's about to get stranger, because here comes another one. Esmeralda finds herself surrounded also. Yeah, that one doesn't do shit.
She feels #blessed.
Oh shit, yeah, she'd forgotten to feel #blessed. Good reminder. You just hear in the dark just the pack rounding in and closing in tightly around you now, Halvor.
Feels at home.
This is my kind of weather.
Oh, good lord.
Quick, fireball.
If only.
Okay. Top of a round. Esmeralda is going to cast invisibility on herself. Esmeralda, sort of seeing one of the wolves trying to slink past and looking wounded, is going to start by attacking that one. She finishes that off, and she'll target the one next to her. Wounds that one heavily, doesn't manage to quite finish it off, and then drives her axe right down through it. Cora, you're up. Halvor, you're soon.
Ooh, decisions.
And in fact, Bartandalus, you're straight after Halvor.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Spike Growth. Would that get Sir Eric there?
I can't see where you've put it yet.
Oh, sorry. Cool.
That's your action, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna just move a little bit further away.
Okay. Right, so that's you.
Hide behind Caspin. Caspin, save me!
I'm pointing like, maybe you could stand in front of Caspin. She's like, yeah, I'll hide behind Caspin.
Okay, Halvor, it's you.
I'm protecting him
Barthandelus,
from
you're
the other
next.
side.
I start swinging. I'm going to take my inspiration from Ez and try and get the ones that are trying to slink past first. So I'm going to attack that one. And since they mostly have advantage anyway, I'm going to start attacking recklessly. Wow.
Is that with your D4? Yeah.
Did I just graze it?
You... What? You did not... Somehow not kill it. You did a fair bit of damage. But somehow the least damage that any wolf that hasn't outright been killed has been so far.
Well, instead, I am going to dismiss that tactic and attack one that is adjacent to an ally of mine. For good reason.
There
Oh,
we go.
God, for good
that's
reason.
the tactic that pays off. Would you like to know
I chopped
by
this
how
wolf
much
in
you-
half.
Yeah.
Yes, how much?
You overkilled it by 20.
Nice.
as you
Yes, I
just-
chopped this wolf in half, but like lengthways.
Nice. You hear the crash of thunder and some strength rise up in you as you do.
I feel invigorated by that. But yeah, no movement, and I do have some bonus actions, so I will bash the one prone that is the one that I damaged. Oh, we're gonna try.
Yep.
Oh, that should have been an advantage. Thank fuck.
Oh, I thought I was landing on a nat 20 then. Oh, that could have been quite close there. Yes, you succeed in
So that one is
proning-
prone.
You prone that wolf. Halvor Wolf Proner, they call him.
Which one's prone?
The one up and to the left of Halvor.
I can't see that. Can Halvor see that then? How can you see that, but I can't see it?
I turned
Within
around.
5 feet of him.
Okay. No, I mean like the light source wise. Oh, it's because it's next to your personal light source, isn't
Yeah.
it? Okay. Yeah, that literally I could not see that one. Okay.
Anything else from Halvor?
Nope, steadfast.
Okay, Barthandelus, it's you.
Okay, is this the one that Halvor had just attacked then? The one that's just been put prone?
Yes, the one that's got the fallen down prone icon on it.
Okay.
There we go, yeah, that one.
Okay, can you,
Attacked and proned.
can you scroll back the other way? Because I need to deselect one that's further down and now I can't see it. Because this is convenient. You need yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So I'm going to attack the one that's just been pronioed if it's already been damaged. Because I can't see how far away it is from people and stuff, so. And I will cast Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame!
I mean,
Has disadvantage, right?
Why?
Because it's prone.
I don't think it works with magic. Because it's not
Really?
making an attack, it's just making a will save.
I still have it up, and it does
It's a
not
dex save.
mention an attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attack...
I don't make an attack roll.
Oh, if the attack is within 5 feet of the creature. Yeah, to save and throw, isn't it? So yeah. Yeah, it doesn't interact with it in any way by the looks of it. It is just normal.
Wow.
Wow. I didn't see the save. Oh, it saves. It saves. Even with lying down, it saves. It's
not
the
a lie,
fucking
it's a wolf.
worst spell. The worst spell. What else,
Classic Sacred Flame.
what else from Barthandelus?
Just sulks for the rest of his turn.
No, not you. Barthandelus.
We are but one.
Oh, Mr. Wolf there. There we go.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay. This one goes to continue the attacks on Ez. Hits. And another save on it, another 20 on her strength save. She's having none of it. Nice. Another one. Dead. To your powerful strikes.
Oh, I love how
feel
it's
it.
really subtle thundering.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting stronger.
You are, yeah, it is getting stronger. Next up, Sir Eric shoots at another one that approaches and attempts to slink round. Hitting, but not killing. So we'll use his second shot on the same one. Hits, kills. So Eric, loosen arrows like nothing. This one comes.
Oh, it moved.
It did.
Yeah, you moved.
Go on, click your. Oh, did your thing get fixed for it?
We'll roll it manually, but there's no way of auto doing it, unfortunately. But that is 2d4.
Mm-hmm.
Roll 3.
Okay,
You idiot.
we'll take the first two, which is a total of 4. Oh, yes, a total of 4. And that will attack Halvor. Pitifully. Caspin is going to take the dodge action. Prone Wolf, who is impossible to kill, is going to get up. Let me have a look. It is going to leap directly up the cliff. Yeah, it is going to bite out at Halvor also. There's a pile of wolves jumping up around you. Three tiles worth. Oh, not on the right thing. This one is going to move 3 tiles worth, Cora. If you want to roll me 3 tiles worth of
7.
movement. 7 what?
Well, it's 3 tiles, so I just made up a number and went with it.
Oh,
3 tiles is 64.
Ah, okay.
it just disappears with a yelp into the spikes as it attempts to move over to Esmeralda, just falls down and is swallowed up by the glowing brambles, spikes, however you want to describe it, on the floor. These walls are going to continue... Oh, hold on, that can't be him. Ah, no, it's him. These walls are going to continue attacking Halvor in desperation as these spikes pop up around them and they see their packmate go down. In fact, no, fuck it. This one is going to try. Are you going to make an attack opportunity? Oh, you used your reaction, haven't you? 1,
I
2,
did.
3, 4 tiles for this one, Cora.
So 8. Oh, I like so many dice.
Yeah. Is swallowed up. That one has attacked. Esmeralda will hack at the one in front of her. Oh no, he's not going to bite himself. She's just going to go for her axe 3 times. Oh god, not
Oh dear, Es.
yeah. What the fuck, Esmeralda? There we go. Yep, she slices that one. Cora, it's you.
For the first time this combat, I'm going to draw my arrow. And I'm going to go for the wolf that's immediately diagonal to Halvor.
I mean, you haven't exactly got a buffet to choose from at this point.
I know, but luckily for me, they're both close to each other, so I can horde breaker them.
I'm not sure she's going to need to, but still.
Still going to do a swoop by. Still alive?
No, it is dead. Can't you see the health bars of these?
Nope.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is
No.
dead.
Cool. Guess I'm doing the one next to him then.
Hits. And is killed.
Woohoo! I'm gonna hold on just in case anything else comes along and shout to the front. Can you see anything else?
Else?
Avalanche!
Didn't we hear like a from up above or something? It wasn't
No.
the rock, was it? Oh no, I thought we did at the beginning of combat.
No, I did my pitiful little yelp. Oh, I described to Cora, sorry, how she could hear sort of a slight rumble from above.
No.
Oh, if I'd recognised it as a rumble, I probably wouldn't have shouted. I would have said in a quiet voice, "Can you see anything else?"
Your meek voice is swallowed up by the harsh Arctic winds.
Can't see anything, but let's wait just a minute or two and see if there's any more.
Combat music stopped. I think we're fine.
Okay, maybe put the spikes away, because I'm a bit scared of moving.
Okay then, I will stop concentrating on the spikes.
Can we either, in character, if preferably, move where that light source is coming from, or remove that arc, because that is just really debilitating through combat.
I mean, that you specifically wanted that on, didn't you? The angle of the
Well, no,
shield,
yeah,
like-
yeah. At first, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is cool," and then I'm like, "Do you know what? Halvor would be moving around in combat, but I can't see literally anything to the left of him." Which I'm presuming if
he
he's
wouldn't
kind of like,
be shining light for it.
so unless I'm gonna get Halvor to keep turning around when I need him to do stuff, which is fine, it's just hard to keep track of anything that happens to the left of him. Yeah.
Immersion ruined.
What do you say, DM? Are you approved, or do we continue?
Oh, if we don't, we'll never hear again.
I mean, I will
whatever.
literally I will just cast it on myself and use it as a normal light. That's not a problem.
Yeah, Halvor gets his light shield privileges revoked. Puts on Ez's hat instead. You know, that hat that lets her disguise herself. So what were you asking about there, Halvor? Sorry, is it either in character or not?
I'd say we just wait a few seconds, kind of like we're just catching our breath. So for the next kind of minute or so, we're just kind of like listening out in case there's anything that might have been attracted by the noise and that kind of thing.
Okay. As you're waiting, you a little bit of frosting begins to sort of like settle on the numerous wolf corpses, and you see the blood quickly crystallizing into a red, icy slush seeping out into the snow, and other than the wind, after a minute, the occasional soft rumble from above of movement on the cliffside, all is still.
Unless you want to survive every day on berries and nuts, maybe take a few more hunks of this. We can actually eat something decent on this travel.
I don't see why not. I can fit a couple of haunches in my pack, and I do some butchery. It'd be nice to add some fresh meat to our diet in these trying times.
Yeah.
These
I
are
will step forward with the bag of holding. I was like, maybe not carrying around the smell of blood and a fresh kill.
Do you just want to chuck a whole wolf in, and we can butcher it when we eat?
I don't think I can fit. I think we've established that the hole isn't big enough for me to put like anything that big in, didn't we, DM?
Okay, then I'm throwing a couple of like legs or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to use the wagon for transporting
Carrying
them
people.
previously. Otherwise, you could have said, "Hey, Krez, want to see a cool trick?"
So yeah, I don't have a knife other than the cursed dagger to actually do any carving. I think everybody will just kind of like carve up a couple of haunches. And just smack him
That
with the
reminds me, I have a dead snake in my backpack.
There's a dead snake in my backpack.
I think it might have been gone bad because I got it a few days ago, so maybe I'll throw it away.
And the rest.
And I just yeet this snake off the cliff.
If only you put it in a bag of holding where things don't go bad.
Exactly. Very good, Cora.
Apart from children.
Yeah, I mean, no oxygen. What do you want?
So you're taking a couple of haunches, and they're going into the backpack.
Yeah.
What of the rest? The bodies, the pelts, the ones you're not taking the meat from.
You think we should huck them over the cliff in case someone comes this way and spots them? Or do you not think it matters?
I mean, how, looking around, DM, does it look like snowfall will cover the blood trails that are all over this little ledge?
Eventually, yeah, the snowfall is quite heavy.
Okay. Yeah. Let's try and cover our tracks as much as we can.
Although perhaps the rock will see this and use it as a feast and leave us alone.
I mean, looking at the size of it, I don't know, might be a little bit tougher to get any purchase on this ledge.
True.
Come on. I don't like being on this ledge as much as it is. If we get enough avalanche, we're all gone. Let's get these moved and keep going. And I'll start dragging. One of the ones that's had its haunch is cut off, so it's a bit lighter.
Yeah.
I also start launching some wolves off a cliff.
Just punting, just shot putting them off the ledge from
Yeah.
here.
There was 16 of them, so let's call it 14. If you're seeking them out and just launching them off, it takes just under 10 minutes. Yeah, they are all yeeted off the edge.
Are you quite finished?
Were you not helping?
No.
Wow. Okay, it takes 12 minutes. Are you adding rations, DM? Can we add to our packs now?
I'll sort them out.
Cool.
Work out how many rations are in a wolf haunch. How long do they last? Are they perishable compared to other ones? Bloody food logistics.
I mean, you've got to work out how much a wolf weighs, how much it's going to be managing to eat up here. It's only going to be in poor body conditions. It's probably not that heavy. It's probably like 30 kilos.
I don't know.
Dr. Day.
Depends what they don't know. They might be really good hunters up here. They might eat each other.
Well, that's not ideal.
This leads to the Valley of Plenty from Land Before Time. I've got all they can eat.
Toss a coin to your witcher. Oh
God, yeah. What was the valley? What was the valley in Land Before Time then? This was the Great Valley or something, wasn't it? Lindsay's Lindsay's old enough to remember. Yeah, geez.
Hey!
Sorry, Alex is too young to remember. Lindsay bloody remembers the Land Before
Lindsay's
Time.
very young. Screw
He
you.
was there.
Yeah, they call her sharp tooth.
Jesus Christ, am I really the oldest one here? That makes me very sad.
I think
dear.
you are.
How old are you, Linz?
21.
Fuck off.
Double it.
Yeah.
Not quite that bad, Jesus.
You're 40, aren't you, Lindsay?
Fuck off.
Okay, so that vehement fuck off means 39 and a half. She is.
No, it fucking does not.
Go on, Lindsay. How old are you?
I'm 34,
Oh God,
and I hate you
oh.
all.
I'm 37.
Really not. Yeah, you're really.
Oh, yes. Woo.
That's no big deal. God, Alex made out you were ancient in a way. Oh, ancient compared to him, not to me, I suppose.
Oh, Andy. You see, now I'm going to take that out on
Carry on
him,
moving.
and then he's going to take that out on you. So next week for you, you're just going to get the shit sent to you at work. You're just going to get the worst of the worst, you know that?
Every other week.
Wednesday night. That's all your way.
Okay, so we've taken supplies. What are we doing?
We continue. We march ever forward.
Keeping the same order with Cora at the front?
Yeah, I think so.
Age
Sure.
before beauty?
Exactly. Fuck it. I'm old. I might as well die, eh?
In fact, how old is your character?
In game,
Being an
I
elf?
think
Like 20?
She's
Cora's
oh,
younger.
So she could be. Oof.
God, she'd be in nappies for an elf still at 20.
I'm only a half elf. It's a hard life.
Half an
Bottom
happy then.
Okay, so tiredness is starting to set in.
It
Not
is.
the exhaustion of overexertion. Just a long day's travel is coming to what your body wants you to be considering as its end. Cora, make me another survival check, please. Oh, you've actually got an inventory item for a dead snake.
Can we?
I have to record
say
it.
Cora, I'll say Cora.
Very
Nice. Say, why don't we try and track back where these wolves came from? They must have some kind of cave out of the elements or something where we might find shelter.
I mean, with a survival check like that, I think I'd be very good at doing such things.
You are able to follow the track. Well, you are able to follow the tracks. You reach a point where the tracks becoming fainter or becoming more concealed by heavy snowfall, keep continuing up the path. However, you yourselves find that the path branches off to the left into quite a large sort of, for the lack of any better word, cul-de-sac into the rockwork.
Is that where rocks come from?
With a 20, I would give to you, Cora, that you also... In fact, no. No, we'll save that.
No, go on. With the 20 what?
I was going to give you a bit more about what a cul-de-sac, but I think this doesn't really fall into the remit of survival. Other people would see...
It does.
In this large, opened-up area to the left that the wolves have bypassed, you notice a tent.
Oh. Does it look like there's any tracks leading to and from the tent?
Are you heading into that area to look at it?
How far away am I? Can I not tell from here?
No, you're about 60, 80 foot away. Well, it goes about 60, 80 foot deep into this area.
Okay, so we're not next
Then
to the
yes.
ledge anymore, yeah?
You are.
Alright.
So the path heads up the mountain. The wolf tracks head up the mountain, but you have reached a point where there is an inlet to the rockwork, and in there you can see a tent about 80 foot in.
Okay.
Cora will cautiously and slowly approach, looking for tracks on her way. May they be wolf or man tracks.
Man tracks.
Or woman tracks.
Wanna be a friendly man track.
Make me another survival check, please, Cora.
Why? Because my first one was too good.
Because you're looking for something else somewhere else now. You get to ride a good roll
Oh,
all night.
fucking hell.
Well.
Andrew giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, especially when you sass.
True that.
You do not find any tracks. However, what you do notice is several patches of blood visible through the snow.
Oh no.
I'm going to load a map now that's covered in tracks, but you don't see these tracks.
So is this
But
this
they're
out
there.
the elements a little bit? This bit, yeah, it's set back into the rock, and it's like so. There's not a lot of snowfall.
It is still. I'm going to load a map now, which I think will reveal all. It is literally like a cul-de-sac into the rock where it's not covered or over. It's not got a roof over it in any way. What is Halvor doing? Scroll that. A strength saving throw for what?
Sorry.
Oh.
Just testing things.
My God still does not love me.
Let me just, sorry, this one I'm going to make global for now.
Oh, hello. Okay. Seagulls. Interesting.
Seagulls?
As part of the ambience there. There's like some birds.
What's that? Never heard that.
I
Never
heard
noticed that before.
What do you think? Shall we check it out?
Okay.
The
DM.
tent is in somewhat more of a dishevelled state than that, by the way.
Is that the scale of it? Like this is a 20-foot tent, like a huge tent? Or have you got the scale of the grid wrong?
Yeah, scale of a grid.
So it's a
Great.
human tent, not a giant's tent.
Oh yeah, it's not a giant's tent, yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of blood.
What is it? Blood.
And bits of piss and shit. Oh, no, sick.
My Barry and Jill Resident Evil 1 moment, that.
Oh, so that was my Garth Marenghi's dart place. The tent flap obviously flaps a bit ominously in the wind, Halvor.
I perceive!
What you are perceiving inside the tent?
I sure am. I peer in.
You see, if you're just having a bit of a peer, you see, as it sort of flaps in the wind a bit, 3 fur-lined sleeping bags and what looks to be a backpack propped in there.
Enter.
Enter. Okay. You're having a full scooch around the tent. Make me an investigation check. You find 3 fur-lined sleeping bags, 3 water skins which are solid, presumably, but they're partially submerged in the snow that has found its way in here through the sort of ill maintenance and not quite as pinned down as it should have been, or maybe was at one point, tent, which are now solid. A pouch full of dry mixed rations, a backpack, and that's all.
A beholder.
Meow. Check backpack. Okay. You just opening it and going straight in and having a look?
Yeah.
Inside the backpack are 2 torches, another solid water skin, a water skin that is not solid, a glowing brooch, 8 days rations, a dagger, and Bartandalis. A book.
Oh! Digest him.
What is the title of the book?
There is no title on it. It looks
Open
to be
book.
a bit... Okay. opening the book, it appears to be a thin, handwritten journal. It does not have too many entries in it, but about 10-15 pages worth. And the entries are just dated. The first entry in there that you see is just titled 10th of Second Moon.
That is meaningless because we've no idea what the calendar is anymore.
Going to the calendar, it is currently the 13th of Third Moon.
So a month, just like over a month ago, a month and a week ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to check out two things. I want to first of all, I don't even know if I'd be able to tell whether this is human blood or not. It's this. I'm just going to presume it is. These tents, do they look like our tents? Like they're from the same tailor?
Yes.
Okay.
They do not look. They're not like yurts.
Sure. Well, judging by the make of the tents, it's the people we were looking after. I presume no bodies in there, Halvor?
No, just some abandoned belongings, sleeping bags, a little bit of rations. It's this backpack with few bits and pieces, and the journal and stuff. At least we might be able to find out what they were up to if there's a diary.
Yeah. Does it look like there's kind of like, is fuel on the fire or is it all burnt out?
Fuel is on the fire.
Then I will prestidigitation and Vilius and Flam. And I will ignite the smallest fire in the world.
Because I've just dropped the fire on, so I can then put the settings on for it. I wish you could set some nice preset light defaults would be good. I could jump to other matches.
Other maps.
Yeah, and just copy and paste it over, I suppose.
Ooh!
And let me go get you a nice sound effect.
I would turn that flickering down. That's like rave.
This sound will probably be loud until I ease it down as well. Yeah.
Oh, gee.
There you go. That's turned down, but you can't tell. Or thing. No, it isn't turned down. Animation intensity and speed are both on like 1 now.
No.
Okay.
I look at it and say, look, I know it's a bit of a grim scene, but I figure it's a better place to rest as any.
Those, although slightly concealed by snow, you can see those spears.
Oh, okay. When I was over there, okay, I'll have a little thing down.
Yes.
Do they look like well crafted or do they look like tribal?
They make me an investigation check.
Investigation?
Investigazione. Oh, that was cruel. That.
I mean, it's still 17. So
Yeah. They appear rudimentary. It is a very finely made spearhead, but it is a spearhead that is made of stone.
Okay.
Simple sort of braided cords, clearly made from sort of coarse animal hair tied around it, snapped clean in the middle. The stone spearhead it's not red blood on the end. It is a dark black, quite a thick ooze on the end of it.
I will will kind of take that spearhead. I'll keep hold of it for now. Judging by how quickly the snow is coming down and how quickly stuff's getting covered over, can I make an estimate as to how long ago these blood tracks might have appeared if we can still actually see them?
You can certainly try, yes.
Okay. I mean, is this because it's like set back a bit? I'm presuming it's not getting the full force of the
It's
snow.
not. It's not. Could possibly be somewhere between 1 to 2 weeks ago, if the snow has been like this the whole time.
Okay. Did seem to line up, judging by what I'm seeing here. Maybe a week or two ago.
With your investigation roll as well, so before you say much more, as you're looking around around that spear, you also find quite submerged within the snow, but it's a recognisable shape, a severed human hand.
Oh.
But it is noticeably, the veins on it are bloated and tinged black.
Would I know, like the blood, looking at the hand, whether it's the kind of ichor of the undead?
I would say you'd be familiar with the ichor of the undead.
And would I say that this is the black ichor of undead that has happened here?
No. I would say you would have a firm, it does not match your extensive experience of that.
Okay. And I'll kind of relay what I've found. These spears, they seem, I don't know, well crafted, but tribal like. I don't know whether it's the mountain folk have come down and stumbled upon traveler friends here. I suppose they could have just as easily come across them themselves and used them, but I kind of hold up the hand. Can't explain this. I know that if Miliav was still with him at this point, and was a possessed body, I don't know what kind of effect such corruption might have over time. Either that or they've been fought by Thander only knows what.
I mean, I think you're right, but I don't think they're coming back anytime soon with the state that we found this place in. So, do you think this is a good place to make camp? It's relatively sheltered.
How big was the opening, DM? Is it pretty much like this wide? It's like, what, 100 feet-ish?
Yeah,
So it doesn't narrow in at any point. There's no bottleneck or anything.
correct.
Okay. Well,
Oh, that's a misclick from me. There's no wooden door creaks open.
I can't imagine anybody's going to be coming from behind us.
Oh, Barty.
I don't know. Don't know whether it's worth putting an alarm spell out on the pass for the night, letting Sir Eric keep watch for us again.
I mean, he doesn't need to sleep, so
Yeah, but figuring if we put him in the middle of an alarm spell, if he gets attacked unbeknown, we'll at least know if something's gone for him.
true, true.
He turns to you with a thoroughly decomposed, toothy grin.
So I shall serve as bait.
Finest bait, Sir Eric.
He just
And,
draws his bow and nods.
I will sit down, take my ritual book out, my spell book. I'll say, if y'all want to warm up and put your tents out, you can, but otherwise, I can get Alfred to do it. Just don't want to keep calling my unseen servant because it's just weird. And I'll spend 10 minutes casting my unseen servant ritual.
Okay. Alfred
Then-
appears. Alfred needs his own token, but what's the point? He's unseen.
Exactly.
In fact, I mean, sorry, he's got a token. He's got a token. He's right there.
And he will start putting up the tents of those that aren't bothered about putting their own tents. So if people want to warm by the fire, he will start putting the tents up. Then I'll head out onto the pass with Sir Eric, and I will spend 10 minutes casting my alarm ritual around where he is.
Okay.
I'm going to try and mark it out, like with a few rocks and stuff, where possible, like a bit of what the vicinity is, so that Sir Eric knows kind of roughly where the vicinity is for him to not leave.
Right. Yes. Understood.
Because I figure he doesn't necessarily have to go out there all night if he. It feels rude when he has such a sense of humor. I feel he's like almost people. Yes, there you go. So I'm doing that then.
I assemble a tent, and then I'm going to read the journal by the fire.
Okay. How much of an are you going to spend? What? You tell me how long you're going to spend reading this journal. It's probably.
How many
It's probably got about an hour's worth of reading in.
So 3 hours for Halvor.
Smarter than you. I think.
Hey,
What is intelligence?
8.
I feel awkward.
Yeah, I would probably, I think, spend an hour reading it. I feel like we've got the time before sleeping.
Okay, so Halvor, I will place that item in your bag to avoid the awkwardness of inventory. I think you already have had something that does this. I've placed the journal in your bag, and it contains just a link to a Google Doc that contains all the infos.
During this time, can I attune to the Stone of Good Luck, please?
Yes, Halvor, you can.
No, I said that. Thank you very much.
But you didn't think of it.
I did.
Oh, your indignance is just such a betrayal. There we go. There we go. So you should now have
Oh
an
my god,
item.
I'm so angry.
An item called Snowdrift Journal, that will link to a Google Doc.
Indeed.
DM, if it is quite the read, is there anything of relevance to this situation now that we would know and read about?
Well, why don't you do your RP while Halvor reads?
Because that is the best kind of thing.
Help, I'm being stabbed by tribesmen. Send help.
They keep coming every 2 hours.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
In fact, Halvor, given that I'm trying to move away from using item containers, but I don't want to make the job for myself of going through everything, I'm going to put a category in your bag, if you want to be temporary, called Snowdrift Backpack, and I'll just drag the contents that were in that into you, and then at least if you want to divvy it out between yourselves, you can then. Oh, of course, it doesn't put things straight into there. That's very annoying. Would you have been inspecting the water skin, the hard one, and the soft one?
I would sniff them.
The hard one is frozen solid. The soft one would be, to you, immediately recognizable as brandy. Actual brandy, not Corvus has been scammed brandy.
I don't tell the party that.
Okay.
I will. Once I've done my thing.
What's in my
ritual,
water skin? Oh.
I'm going to cast detect magic anyway.
Detect brandy.
In the area. Detect brandy.
You get a sense of magic coming from Halvor that was not there before.
Would it be a shiny brooch by any chance?
It would.
Has Halvor
Oh, yes.
said what he's... We obviously know he's got...
He hasn't said he has so far, but you would have noticed that he sat there reading.
So we know about
Yeah.
the book. I'm saying, has he, other than the brandy, has he tried to hide the other stuff?
Not explicitly, but he probably hadn't thought to mention everything by name.
Then I will...
This ain't customs.
And... So, can I check your bag, sir? You find
What,
something?
you're detecting
You're
something?
holding out on us?
I have nothing to declare.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's seen me literally sat there detecting magic. I don't know. Detecting something on you that wasn't there before.
Huh, was it this? Was it this? And I just hold the pull of things one by one until he says yes.
And then I point at the brooch. It seems like it's there.
I hand it to him.
That glowing brooch. Shock.
Sure, give it a look. It's shiny.
I'll have a look over it. Am I detecting anything off the hand or the ichor?
No.
Okay. Then while Halvor carries on reading, in this hour of reading, I will spend 10 minutes working out what my new brooch does. What?
It is the brooch of the barbarian.
Wait, level up.
When
So you can multi-class in barbarian.
I could only find it as being called a glowing brooch. I was like, what the hell? Until I remembered it's something I set up with Forian's unidentified items, and I've then got rid of that mod. So I just had to go back and quickly find the item with the same picture on. You identify that it is a brooch of shielding. Whilst wearing this brooch, you have resistance to force damage, and you are immune to the damage from a magic missile spell. Requires attunement.
So immune to magic missile spell and immune to force damage.
No, resistant to force.
Resistant to force damage. Okay. And I will explain that. Seems pretty handy. I can't even remember where we're all at now. Attunement stuff.
Pretty full for the most part.
I've got...
I've added it into
You can have 3 items, yeah? Nah, yeah, brooch of shield.
You can have 3, yeah, and I think unless you're an artificer, isn't it? Then it starts
Yeah,
going.
it's like that.
Well, to be fair, that was artificer several years ago. I don't know if it still does all that.
Fair.
I currently have 2. However, the plan was to get the ring of the enchantment breaker ring from Cora.
Yeah, no, I gave that to you at the same time as you gave me the Stone of Good Luck.
Excellent. Can I please have it from her inventory, dear?
What do you want moving? The ring of...
The Ring of Enchantment.
The enchantment breaker.
That's the one.
There's either a big lag between you, or you said it out loud twice there, Halvor.
There's a big lag.
The enchantment breaker has been moved to you and deleted from Cora. Are you going to read the journal entries aloud to the group?
Not allowed to the group. Halvor is furrowed brow, concentrating very hard on understanding all of the details.
Okay. Is that something you're going to be happy for me to share the link with the group, or do you want to keep it close to your chest for now for RP reasons?
I will read it and I will probably relay the information, but I haven't gotten very far through yet, so I'm not sure how much I want to share.
Okay.
But we'll see. I will try and read it as fast as I can.
Okay.
I mean, let's be fair. Unless Halvor's going to turn around and say, no, you can't read it, Bartandless is going to try and read the book after Halvor's finished with it anyway. So that's just a given.
If there's a book, then
If there's a book, I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Depends what I find. If it's like the secrets of powerful barbarianism, then you don't get the book.
Wow.
If you call it barbarianism, you're not a very good barbarian anyway.
Caring, sharing, help. I haven't ever heard that.
No.
Does anybody want the
Don't
brooch?
have that phrase up north.
I mean, I've got the slot for it, so just so it's being used. So it's not a deal breaker.
That's fine. I'm full because I've got the hand axe, I've got the cloak of protection, and now the enchantment breaker. Cora has the stone of good luck and the wand of web, and she's not currently wearing the mariner's jacket because what the fuck's the point?
Well, she falls into an icy lake.
True.
If you fall into an avalanche, you can just boil all the snow on top of that.
Exactly.
But if we do have any items that we find spare, then she could definitely hold one of them. I didn't expect the wand to require attunement.
And yet,
You need to remember you have that.
Treatment is
But yeah.
3.5.
well, if nobody's clamoring for it, I've got the slot, so I will just choose it for now. I'm only attuned to the cloak and the gloves of missile snaring, which I'm really not that bothered about anyway. I'm kind of like just the pickup one. If you guys don't want it, I'll just put the other stuff on me.
Shall I delete the glowing brooch from my inventory?
Yes, please.
That reminds me, I have some inventory management to do. My inventory still has the battle plate of the Mountain Lords. I thought that can be deleted. Do we even bring that? I don't see why we would have. The cursed armor that had no use.
I don't think we'd have carried that all the way here, would we?
I mean, I presumed it was in the bag of holding when it wasn't being... Have you left that back in the mansion, have you then?
You could sell it. Just plate armor, sell it to Honest.
Actually, that's a good point. It is useful metal, at least. Although it is cursed, and we do like all this.
Oh, no, I don't think it is
Actually,
cursed anymore. It's nothing. There's nothing on it.
Okay, we should make a note of that to add in the holding at the very least.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of loot in the bag of holding. We've got like candelabras and stuff, and
I noticed looking through, you still have like nice candles from the abbot.
Yeah, we've got the abbot's candles. We've still got the containers from the temple. The three, like the mithril one and the thingy one. The adamantine one. They should be worth a couple of quid.
I do actually have
See how they
achievement.
disrespect your ladies, Cora?
Do I what?
They disrespect your sacred ladies trying to sell.
Well-
Talking about selling the vessels of their worship.
I mean,
I
they're
know-
quite
I'd
small,
already
so there's
kind
not a
of
lot of
figured
metal
that.
on them. But
They were trying to kill the rock that was clearly very special to them earlier on, so
No.
the disrespect
You're
is
just
not
surrounded by heathens, aren't you?
new. I know.
Well, when you turn into her, then we'll take your word for it. But I don't
How
think
big
she
are the
was
horns now, anyway?
It's the same day. They're still just zip.
Oh.
I actually do have 2 magic items I can't attune to. The Eyes of Charming is one of them. The incredibly handsome glasses.
Ooh.
And then the Ring of Jumping, which is awesome, but I just don't think I can afford to spare a slot on.
How does Ring of
Maybe you should
Jumping
give Sir
work?
Eric the glasses.
When you're wearing it, you can cast a jump spell as a bonus action at will.
You
End
do
of
have to
list.
specifically be wearing it as a toe ring as well.
And what does the jumping do? Is it like 4 times your jump or something?
Something like that. Hang on. It is.
Because it'd be great for me to be able to jump 4 feet. As an
Your
as a bonus
creature's
action.
jump distance is tripled until the spell ends.
Okay, so not even worth it for me anyway. What is it? And the charming glasses do what?
They have 3 charges. You can expend a charge as an action to cast a charm spell on a humanoid within 30 feet. And it's a DC of a whole 13.
And when does it?
So
How
we're
does it
not going to be
recharge?
charging Strahd or anyone. At dawn.
Everything in this fucking campaign recharges at dawn. Okay, so we'll get 3 uses out of that. Do you know what? I'll take them for now then. If we're only going to get 3 uses out of them, I'll take them and
Very well.
I'll trade it out. I will trade out maybe the gloves, missile snaring, I think. Yeah. So I will trade that out. And I will tune myself to the brooch of shielding and the glasses, which I will wear because I think I can pull them off and be quite fetching.
Oh yeah, it says you can triple your jump distance for this ring. I found a calculator that tells you your jump distance, and my long jump is currently 12 foot, and my high jump is 4 foot. So I can now jump. If I use the caster spell, I could jump 12 feet high.
Nice. Did you say
Which
you
is
want the
nowhere
eyes
near
of,
as impressive.
Are the Eyes of Charming being moved to bartender list, did you say?
Yes.
They've been moved
used to
over
be.
and they've been deleted from Halvor. So what's everyone? Is this all this inventory management and swapping of items and attunement being done like over the course of like the settle down, time around the campfire and?
Yeah. While Ez and Caspen are cooking up some wolf flank. What do you reckon?
Sounds
wolf
good.
Flank. I mean, the flank, really? There's no meat on that.
It's all muscle.
Flank?
Why not?
I mean, not
say it like
flank. I was
flank.
thinking like a leg.
So like the haunch.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's be clear. You're not paying for like shitty little restaurant cuts here. This is as much as you want to have hacked off the animal. So even something that would typically be
At
a bit
least
of a,
chop a leg off, yeah.
That's not the nicest thing on the menu. You can have as much of it as you want.
The flank is like probably half a centimetre thick at best. No, you want better than that.
Fucking Elzar over here. Bam!
She's fucking.
I'm going for prime leg.
She's got a bit of salt and pepper on her bit of beef.
Ooh, yeah. Bit of incense on it, that's all I've got. I'm not wasting that.
Oh, I said that as bartender list by accident.
Yes, it was not me. Open for exploitation, isn't it? You
I
just
know.
Okay, so did you say so? It was like it'd been like 8 hours or something when Cora asked before. Are we thinking like with all this settling down, it's been like another 3 on top of it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, there's interesting things in this book.
Ooh.
I'll find out when I read it.
He's going to throw it on the fire now.
Well, as you're sat around the fire and Halvor's reading, is there anything Halvor wishes to share? Is he going to keep ploughing on?
It's difficult because I haven't finished it, so I'll read you some excerpts. Guys, this book is quite interesting. The people who we have been following in the wake of are clearly outsiders like us. I'm not sure from where, but they've been having a lot of the same struggles that we have. There's entries about them preparing to mount the pass and looking for warm clothes, struggling with getting pelts and all that kind of thing since there weren't enough materials in the shop. One name that is here is Vilnius, and he is one of the members of their party. By the sound of it, he is quite unwell. It mentions that he has sores on his body and that the shopkeeper was a bit uncomfortable looking at him. Perhaps he is sick or dying or something.
Oh.
After that, it mentions that the writer is having fevered dreams of losing friends and loved ones and wanting to get them to return the ones lost to him. Perhaps he has had people die, and that is why they are heading to the temple. But more of that later. They also mention a girl. I don't know who the girl is, but they further mention that she died. They were trying to trap and kill wolves for pelts, and they were ambushed, and the girl got killed, and they could not save her. Furthermore, they tried to go to Kresk to see if they could get pelts and stuff for trade there, but they were turned away at the gates. And then after that, they met someone outside of Kresk. I will read you this full excerpt because I think you will enjoy it. It says, "Our luck has changed. A merchant from Kresk heard about the guys asking at the gates and tracked us down in our camp. His family died of sickness, and he has got nothing keeping him here, so he wants to leave Barovia too, and is going to come with us. His name's Miliov. Seems pretty quiet and keeps himself to himself, but he's generous enough. He's provided us with rations and full sets of cold weather clothes, so we don't even need to wait for them to be ready. We're getting some last supplies tomorrow and setting off after that." So by the sound of it, there was the writer, Vilnius, Miliov, and I'm not sure there's any additional companions. He further mentions having dreams of a black shape in the sky whispering about life and death. Perhaps at the rock, perhaps not. Let me read a bit more. Oh yes, this is also interesting. "Setting off today. Don't expect to have much time to write. I don't know what any of these are worth in a fight, though for a merchant, Miliov has that quiet look that makes me think that he could swing a sword if it came to it." Oh, I forgot to mention, but earlier on the writer mentions that Vilnius did not seem like much of a fighter himself. Quite look about him that made me think he could swing a sword if it came to it. Still, I'd feel more confident if I had Boyd or Cora at my back.
Whoa! Say what?
It would appear the writer is your other friend, Cora.
Oh my god, he's dead!
What's he called?
Shit, no.
Harris.
Harris.
I mean, it's not looking great for him now, admittedly, but shit, man.
Yes, perhaps you should be more sad because there's lots of blood in this camp.
And he's
That was a
hanging
long
around
day.
with Miliov, who's a demon, so that's also not a good
Did you say that the footprints that we can see around here are not there?
You can't see. This is part of the map.
Oh god. Cora wants to try again and look around for more footprints leading away from the campsite now that she knows this could be her friend.
You can certainly make me a new survival check. Now that you've
Oh my god.
settled and got more used to the area and some time has passed.
Please, give me some more.
Looking around and being able to ascertain what are the fresh prints from what are the prints from your group, you aren't able to discern any older humanoid footprints. Too much snow has fallen. You do find just one or two footprints around here of what looks to be wolf prints. However, these are far larger even than the dire wolf prints you had you knew from your tracking previously. You knew the difference between a wolf and a dire wolf. These prints are larger than a dire wolf's prints.
Are they the size that I would have anticipated for one of the werewolf men?
Oh no, larger.
Oh no!
The werewolf men were top heavy.
What? So, from the description, did the description of these lesions and everything lead us to think of any kind of illnesses that they could have befallen?
I mean, if it's as it was in the text, then it was more just that he had sores and they never really described them in detail. He was just describing how the shopkeeper was looking a bit uncomfortable looking at him.
Have you...
Not the writer, by the way.
This is out of character here. Have you deliberately omitted details from anything you've read? Or have you just misread something?
Read it again, read it again!
Related to one of the earlier things? If you have, that's fine.
No. I was breezing through them because I thought there was less important stuff there.
You have breezed over a point of interest, I think. Not massive, but that I thought you would have mentioned unless you were deliberately concealing.
Was it, by the way, I got bitten by
I have just
werewolf?
noticed something. No, I just went back and I have noticed something that was vaguely interesting. I did not realize before. It says, the girl died today. We were trying to tap and kill a couple of wolves. I mentioned this, that they were trying to kill wolves. Her screams were awful. We had to run. Felt like I could hear her screaming for ages as I ran away from it happening. It just gave me flashbacks to the Abbey. Rest in peace, Bracken. I'll try to find your friends before I leave.
Nice.
I assume that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yes,
It seemed that you read like before and after it, but I thought I can't think of any reason why
He's just emitting their characters from the campaign.
I 100% didn't even read that as I was going through it. Bracken was the ranger in our group when it was me, Bartandless, Poe, and Bracken.
Me, Bartandless, Poe, and Bracken, not even Jay. You've omitted something else.
Me, Poe, Dolph, and Bracken. And I will read you the last 3 entries because I think you're going to want to hear all of them because they are more recent. 27th of Second Moon. We came to a gatehouse with a magic firewall which almost took off Nem's arm. So there is at least a 4th one of them. Nem, Vilnius, Miliov, Harris, and Nem. When he tried to put it out with a blanket. Turns out Vilnius knows a little bit of magic and he was able to turn the whole thing off, but only for a minute. Perhaps you should have done that, Bartandrus. Still, enough for us to get through and across the bridge. There are horrid noises up there, like something in agony being torn apart. It echoes around the hills, which makes it 100 times worse. Miliov reckons it's something that prowls the mountain, hunting the tribesmen. He said he hasn't been up here before, so he must have heard it from a hunter or something. Looking forward to getting wrapped up tonight. It's freezing. 28th of Second Moon. I dreamt of the Black Star again last night. It kept showing me Boyd and telling me it could return him to me. I remember crying out that I never buried him, and that he was still in that cursed abbey. The star said it didn't matter, that he could make a gift of life and return anyone to me that I had lost. But even if that were true, I don't think I could ever choose between Cora or Boyd.
So
I'm still really tired. Nem and I said we wanted to wait a bit longer before setting off today, but Vilnius seemed really against it, and Miliov seemed furious at the thought. I've never seen him like that. It was just for a flash, but I swear I thought he was going to throttle Nem for a moment before he stormed away to walk it off. And the final entry, the 1st of Third Moon. The noises were close today. We made really slow progress. I know I'm holding them back, but they haven't said anything. Miliov and Vilnius just seem to have endless energy. I think Miliov might be starting to lose his mind with the cold a bit, though. He came out of his tent without his coat this morning, and I had to remind him to put it back on. He laughed it off. Nem and Vilnius looked concerned. I think they agree with me. I'll try to talk to them tonight when we make camp once Miliov is resting. And I don't know if I skipped over it, but it did mention at one point that they were looking for some kind of cure. I will try and find that bit.
A cure for whatever these lesions are.
I don't know if it was for Vilnius or something Harris has. I will try and find out.
You've read enough of this. I will place the link in the Discord.
Oh my
DM.
god.
Yes.
Vilnius really rings a bell. I'm just not sure if I've heard it from some other media.
I do not think you have heard it in the context of this campaign. Well, of our campaign.
Oh, so the quote is that Vilnius insists this temple is the only way to leave Barovia.
So they also know that going to the Amber Temple is going to be the answer for killing Strahd, presumably. Then.
Don't know if that's why, but certainly I think it's worth going to.
Oh, little Harris, you stupid little boy. Do we know how far ahead of us they were? Do we remember when they were speaking to the Clothiers, whether or not we could work out when
I don't know.
they...
Do you remember, Cora?
No, I don't remember. That's why I'm asking.
Then you don't remember.
Hey, Barty, do you remember
What? What do I remember?
how... What? No, come on, help me.
No, go on. Go on, what are you saying?
How far ahead of us were the other group that the Clothiers had said had also bought some stuff?
They said about a month, but that last entry
A month.
was only, what, a week ago? Just over? DM? Is it-
Yes.
First of the third moon?
Yeah.
That entry was only a month ago, just over a week ago, and we found it here.
Well, hopefully that means that they're travelling a fair bit slower than us, so there's a reasonable chance we'll catch up with them then, right?
Reasonable. That Vilnius is really fucking doom-heading. Did they say that there were 5 people that they were travelling with? Nem. We've got Nem, Miliov, Bracken, Harris, and Vilnius, yeah? That's their full party.
The information you have from the
so.
journal, yes.
Okay, and it's Harris's journal.
The other two that were mentioned were Cora and Boyd, who obviously aren't with them.
Yeah.
But he wants me back. Oh, what a sweetheart.
So Bracken's been killed.
I'm genuinely upset about this. Like, this is hurting right now.
Bracken,
Good.
Bracken's been killed, so she's irrelevant. Harris was writing, and he was writing about... Did he say somebody else has got this plague, this pox, or was it him that's got it?
Well, he's got sores, and
No,
the other guy...
Shh. Vilnius is the one who was exhibiting the sickness.
Okay.
Oh, I thought Harris had the sores as well, no? So Vilnius is also the one that was seeming like he was too hot and going out without his top on and stuff.
No, that was Miliov.
No, that was Miliov, who is a demon.
You couldn't have got it more wrong, Cora. You've taken
So
every
How many names
detail.
we
No,
know?
Harris is the demon.
No,
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 he was
right.
friends with the demon.
Miliov is the guy from the orphanage that I'm tracking down. So Miliov is a demon, which is why he doesn't need clothing. Vilnius is a magic user. He has some sort of sickness. He's the one that believes they can leave Barovia by getting to the Amber Temple. Obviously, Miliov, I believe, wants to leave Barovia as well because he's trapped here. Harris is looking for a way to return Cora
maybe.
and Boyd. Bracken's dead. Nem is the one that we don't have much information on, yeah?
The least mentions.
Just to get a bit meta, that's because Nem was the name of a character who was going to slot into the group around this point.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you left their backstory open a little bit. I'm presuming we'll be soon enough. So we'll not worry too much about that. Okay. Well, as much as I want to try and get ahead, catch up to them, it was only a week ago that they left that entry, and it's taken them that long, 3 weeks to get here. Seems like they're slow going. Can't imagine they'll make their way to the top of wherever the Amber Temple is. So maybe we'll catch them on the way. So let's not try to rush. Let's make sure we rest. We've got Miliev with them that doesn't seem to need it. And did he say Vilnius seems to have endless amounts of energy? Is it him and Miliev?
Miliov has constant enthusiasm and energy. Vilnius and the referenced entry just seemed keen.
Okay.
But we're catching up with them. Don't you think we should just try and go a little bit further?
I think that's how we get caught out and then we don't catch them ever.
What already happened around here? What if we get caught by whatever caught them?
I think if we overexert ourselves, we are liable to suffer even further.
I've lost them once and I'm so close. I don't want to lose them again.
I understand.
We will do our best and go as fast as we can, but we can't risk our own lives to do so.
I can still conjure some more animals tonight. We could go a little bit further, surely. Please. He's my friend.
You won't be any good to him if we are all killed in the attempt. What if when we come upon them they require our aid and we are tapped and exhausted? Esmeralda.
What if they require our aid now and we don't reach them in time?
Judging by the marks in the snow, they needed our help some time ago.
Cora, I can't cast any
These
more
aren't just...
spells. You're hurting. Halvor's hurt. We're all hurting. We can't potentially sacrifice the entire group.
He's not just my friend, he's my family. With Boyd gone, he's all I have.
Eric turns to you as well and gives a nod in your direction. He's like,
I understand these sentiments. I too have lost friends and family, my brothers, but we are on the hunt. And the key to success in the hunt is patience when stalking your quarry.
If something's taken them, if we stumble upon them, what are we gonna do?
Help?
Can't. We ain't got it
I
in.
don't think I have the energy to fight anymore today.
Weak.
Is that supposed to be a thunderstorm that's now happening in the middle of snow?
Thunder snow.
hey, yeah, we had some thunder snow, didn't we, apparently?
No.
Really?
But Scotland did. Apparently it's like super rare, and like people were like,
Yeah.
there's explosions happening outside, officer.
I mean, was it Glasgow? Probably was just explosions.
Really offensive to our Scottish listeners.
I lived in Glasgow for a year. I'm speaking with
I have a
experience.
black friend!
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So, Cora, get back in character. Get back in
I'm
character,
not
Cora.
taking
That
pity.
was very good. That was very good, Cora. You were getting into it.
Thanks. I genuinely feel like he's my friend. I obviously can't go alone, and if you guys won't go with me, then I have no choice.
We'll take a 8 hours rest, but we will double time it tomorrow. But we can't go on tonight. I say tonight. We can't go on in our current state.
Twilight.
We need the chance to recover. We will attack the trail tomorrow with renewed vigor.
No distractions.
He says, leafing through a new book.
Well,
Yeah.
I was going to spend an additional 5 hours to try and research Angelo, but that would then be 13 hours that we'd need to rest, so I'm not
Yeah,
going
no, you're not. No, that's not gonna happen.
to. Now I am. Now I am.
Then I'm leaving you behind.
That's fine. Good luck with it. He's dead anyway. He's with Miliov.
It can't be dead.
Not again.
I worked so I lost hope, and he's given me back hope. If he takes him away from me again now, that is just cruel.
I worked so hard in this campaign when I forgot to ask about them after the first 2 months.
No, it's because
No, if there's
he
one
died.
thing, if there's one thing I
He
would
was
not,
dead.
if there's one thing I would hate, was for you to think that Curse of Strahd is a cruel campaign.
He's killed my child like 4 times.
You just keep bringing him back to life. Where was that for my mates, eh?
I mean, your mate was just
I mean, one of your mate was brought back to some sort of life. He brought back to unlife.
As a bit of somebody else.
Ah, the joys.
So what are we doing?
Rest him.
Resting?
8 hours and we're leaving.
Who will take? Is anyone taking any sort of watch? Or are you
Yeah,
just leaving Sir Eric to it?
Sir Eric on his alarm spot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You set your tents up, have you? And everyone, no one's doing any... Because I've always got to ask, because it's fucking bartender list. Even if he says he's going to sleep, there's always a, I'm going to sleep, but... Is there just getting their head down? Anybody have any nocturnal shenanigans we want to get up to? Not like that, Caspian.
Anyone want to dare? Anyone want to dare delay my leaving in
I
the
thought
morning?
they like play Truth or Dare. Okay.
I'm leaving in 8 hours on the dot.
Well, we'll see on the dot. You've got no light spells once you start falling asleep.
Why is there no alarm spell when you need it that will set in 8 hours?
I was just gonna say,
So
mine
Eric,
just-
in 8 hours, step forward. Okay, so people are tenting up, getting their heads down. So Eric is sitting out.
Actually,
And
how does the alarm spell?
if it's crossed, it'll wake you up. I think the alarm spell if
It's
it's
whether it crosses. If you go out of it or if it comes into it. Is it just if it's broke?
I think if it's crossed, yeah, and I think you can choose who you want to make exempt. So if you wanted to make it so even, you can make it so even he sets it off if he steps over it, like in case he's pulled out of it or something.
It's whenever you touch or enter the warded area. I was going to have him cast in it so it would go off if other stuff came into it. I suppose I could literally cast it right behind him and say, just step into this. Oh, but he doesn't know when it's 8 hours though, so he won't know when it's there. He'll just wake me up, so... Yeah.
It's for 15 minutes, Sir Eric.
Time has no meaning. We wake when we wake then, I guess.
Yeah. So you get into your tents. Are you all set? Even though it's that tent, is anyone using the big tent, or you're just setting your own up around it?
Is there any blood in there?
No.
I would like to use it.
I would have said if we could spend less time putting up tents, we would.
Yep.
We didn't put it up. The unseen servant put them all up.
Of course
In
you
what,
did, yeah.
half a second?
I put.
But
I
no,
said
at
I
the time you've been
put.
talking and reading.
Yeah, but I said the unseen servant was putting up anybody's who didn't want to put one up.
That is correct.
So in the morning, the unseen servant... Well, we can all pack them up. They'll be a bit quick.
Well, as you are all getting in. Cora, you're in the tent with the bedrolls that may have belonged at some point to Harris.
Or somebody with pustules and hives and stuff that's dying for some weirdness.
Yeah, I will inspect it for cooties before I get in.
For cooties, well, you know
Yes.
that the as a female, you would be easily able to recognise cooties.
I would.
And you detect no such cooties. But yeah, you're able to get bundled up in the furs that may belong to your friend or his leprous mate, and everybody else gets bedded down. It's difficult. It's still bitterly cold, and the wind is outside. You occasionally hear just the scrape of Sir Eric's sword as he moves it or just
Fight
readjusts as he fights wolves.
I find a bit of gangrenous toenail and chuck it out, you know.
Don't waste rations.
Maybe
I gnaw the flesh off on the way.
maybe a couple of you were still awake. Maybe you were just starting to drift, but you all jolt as you're starting to doze off or rest down, and you hear an extremely loud noise.
That doesn't sound like the rock, does it?
A long, tortured cry that you can hear. You hear it happen, and then you hear the kind of aftermath where you know that it's echoing around your cul-de-sac. And then, yeah, it fades. But it sounded very loud.
When it's first happening, can we tell which direction it's coming from before it starts echoing?
No, because you are inside a tent, inside a rocky
Worth a try.
containment. Yeah.
Is this the next session where we find out that something killed the rock and that's part of the narrative and there's never actually a rock map and that's why nobody has one and I've just wasted all my time making one?
It's the Barovia Zolum.
I can. We all heard that, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
From outside your tent.
Indeed.
I mean, presumably
Can you
he's
see
like all
anything
the
out
way
there,
over.
Sir Eric?
He's like out on the path, isn't he?
I mean, I presume you said it loud enough for people to hear in their different tents.
Well, Eric isn't. Yeah, but why is Eric replying? He's like all the way 100 foot away out on the path.
Oh, is he? I thought you'd had him stood next to like the campfire, keeping. You wanted him in the mouth of this cul-de-sac.
Yeah, that's where.
Oh,
that's
okay.
where yeah. It carried on the wind. I heard you. All right. Just checking it wasn't just me.
I don't suppose it sounded anything like the booming rumble we heard the day after we killed the hags and we never found out what that noise was.
Maybe you as a group didn't find out what that noise was. I'm fairly certain you have been. Maybe not. No. It did not sound like that. No, that sounded like basically an explosion. This was a thing.
Did it go again?
No, I was playing it for you again.
That's fine. Kind of like pull my lined blanket, whatever we've got over me, my bedroll, and God, love there to watch over us.
And I think, unless anybody has any more RP they want to do, that is a good place to call it.
Oh God, I really want to keep going and find him. Ah!
Wow, That's a first.
I mean, I'm not going to find him for like 7 sessions yet at best, so you know.
I mean, it took me 2
might
years
be a
to find
corpse.
Caspian. I found Caspian after 2 years in Berez, so yeah.
I mean, I've been looking for Harris for 2 years.
I suppose so, yeah. You found Boyd, though.
Well, parts of it.
Yeah, bits of him. Bits of Boyd.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good place to, the nice stopping point.
Cool.
Is that a good place for us to do a nice long rest on our character sheet?
We'll see how next session starts and see if you make it.
Oh
through the
no.
whole- I'd hate to be presumptuous.
No, we're not going to, are we?
Good session, DM.
Thank you. I wrote that journal about
really good session.
Wrote that journal about a year ago.
Was it a surprise to you and you're like, oh yeah?
Was what, sorry?
Was it even a surprise to you
sorry,
when it was being read
a
back?
couple,
Like,
a
oh,
couple
yeah.
of parts of it where, yeah, I was like, who the fuck is Net? Oh, yeah, that was the guy who's going to join.
Ah, dear me.
Interesting.
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 Same time next week on the 15th.
Yes. Ooh, it's getting close to Christmas.
It is.
When did we say we're playing over Christmas?
I think the only one that you... I think Alex, I think Halvor and Lindsay were going to... Halvor and Cora, fuck whatever, just dox everyone. We're going to confirm whether they could or couldn't make the 22nd. But other than that, I think we're on. We haven't got Jay now, who's like, we're
dad.
observing. Alex's dad
Alex's
what?
dad might be coming to visit on the 22nd.
Yes, but I don't think he
Like,
wants to. I think he wants to leave at 5. So
Excellent.
We'll have a chat with them and see what they want to do. They might be the 21st.
yeah, I'll double check the times, but provisionally should be all right.
Yeah, the 22nd is one that I thought was possibly a maybe. Everything else is on, yeah. We don't need, like,
Yep.
Jay's month-long Christmas month off.
What, we're on for the 29th?
Yeah, I would be. What the fuck happens
What
on the
else are we gonna
29th?
do?
Not New Year's Eve. It's not Boxing Day. I'm 29th in it.
Even so, the 29th is like, we're not going to go and do anything. We can't go anywhere.
I mean, you can see up to 3 families up until that point, can't you? And we're still in that date?
27th.
The 27th? Oh, well, in that case.
Yeah.
Well, we're having
I'll be breaking the law.
3 sets of family over for Christmas. So
No, we're not.
We're having
allowed
2
to.
sets.
We're allowed to.
I miscalculated.
Got it on film.
2 sets and us is 3, right?
Sure.
Right, well. Thank you very much, everybody. I enjoyed that.
Yes, good
I'm
times.
sure, I don't know if you realised or not at the time, but yes, the wolf combat was absolutely avalanche bait, but no one either caused deliberately or accidentally an avalanche.
When I shouted, I was like, "Don't shout! Why did he shout?"
I was doing some thunders. I was just waiting for like a for helm.
I did think that it was going to happen accidentally.
Well, it still might. We've got a long walk up.
Well, I was also just waiting for I didn't know about what the spell slot situation was. I was partly waiting for bartenders to be like, it's a lot of wolves. Consider the following. I would like to fire a fireball here, 80 foot up the cliff.
Yeah, the spell slot situation was poor at best. I have 2 first level because I took an arcane recovery. But that was it.
You did, yes, of course. You recovered up.
Yeah,
Well,
but I could only do 1 second level or 2 first levels.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I've seen a mod which automates that. So when you short rest, it's like, which spell slots do you want to recover? So I will look into that.
Link it to me. I'm very sad that GM screen obviously isn't fit for purpose, or I don't know if it's because you're a trusted player. But yeah, thank you for messaging me saying, hey, look, GM screen is giving me access to every single item and journal entry and stat block in the world.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I didn't click on it to check, but the button for it was appearing on Lindsay's screen as well. So I'm not entirely sure.
It was indeed.
But I don't know if she would have had the same ability to read it if she clicked it. So.
I can read.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to our viewers. We maintained a respectable number of viewers tonight.
Rightly so. It was a
Eight
fascinating
over-
episode. Tune
over
in next
800.
time, guys.
Excellent. Yes, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to our viewers, and we will see you next week. I'm going to click end screen.
Patreon.com/The Mad Talk Cartographer.
You are harmful to business.
Cartographer.
Thank you, Halvor. The mad cartographer is going to make a killing now.
The mad tartographer.
I put a big thing up about my one shot I did on Twitter, thanking people for taking part, and then I said, you can check it out. The VOD will be up soon, and gave my Twitch. And then just some fella I've known for years, I see has tweeted me, and I see that he's replied to my last one saying he meant stream, and linked my channel. So yeah, check out Harrison's Steam. Yeah, pretty much. Right, I'm gonna click end stream now. Thanks everyone. Goodbye.
Adios.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.